Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so this week we are discussing book
Oh yeah, I should
two.
grab it. Now I can actually refer to it because last time I didn't have it.
Last time I didn't have mine because I had loaned it out. Yes, Teresa has the fancy hard copy one. I always went for the paperback.
Well, to be fair, I got the paperback of A Court of Thorn and Roses because I was like, I don't want to commit. Because what if I don't like it? What if
Well,
I
now,
don't like it?
what if I don't like it?
Well, I
And
also
now,
let someone borrow those, and I don't think I'll ever see them again, which is fine because I needed to buy hardcovers anyway, so it's fine.
sure.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I
This is
have.
fine.
Well, yeah, I'll never see the A Court of Thorn and Roses and Mist and Fury ever again. I loaned them to somebody, and those are gone.
Those are not coming back. Well, luckily we can just you don't have you have regular copies, right? Like not fancy copies.
No, I don't have the black ones. I
Right, that's what I
really
mean.
want
You
the
don't
black ones.
you really want them.
I want those.
Yeah, but I'm like I don't have a guaranteed that like 6 and 7 are gonna be like that.
Correct. Like, I'm not
Which
gonna
would upset
commit
me.
to those. I'm gonna commit to like the regular ones.
Yeah, which it does concern me a little bit about the special edition version that we have of Fey and Alchemy. Because I'm like, I need them all to be the same. I cannot have Quicksilver and Brimstone. Like I can't have.
Yeah. Well, okay, so like I have like the paperback, and then I have the fancy hardcover, and I'm like, well, it's all just fucked now, so it's fine.
This is fine.
I was like, I'm not buying another book, am I?
Money. Yes, the answer is yeah. The answer is always yes.
Yeah, I mean, I still have to. I mean, I still have books to buy from Blood and Ash.
Well, me too. Yeah, that's over there, and it's like I've
I
got stuffed animals like currently in the place.
I have four of them.
Because that one I didn't even buy a paperback. I just
No,
read it
you
on
do have it.
Kindle.
No, I have the paperback version. You gave it to me. I started reading the paperback version, and then I got myself a hardcover because I have the paperback.
All right, all right, all right.
You
Well,
rented it to me, and you'll never see it again.
and you're never gonna see it again. I mean, I can visit it when I'm home. I can be like, "Hi,
Yes,
how's it
you
going?"
can. Yes. Hey.
Hey, horses. Okay, House of Sky and Breath, and also probably Flame and Shadow, like a little bit, because again, we can't help ourselves. Overall vibes, Elizabeth, as our resident scholar of Crescent City.
It is. I not my favorite.
Okay, why?
I think.
Dive in.
Okay, so what I really liked about House of Earth and Blood,
Hmm.
book one,
Also known as
um,
Crescent City.
also known as Crescent City. I liked what everybody is like grumbling and
I
growling
heard, I heard
and
Jeffrey being like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
no, that was Bianca scratching her ear.
Oh,
Um, anyway, so I'm just not look. Okay, so I really liked the mystery, like the murder mystery part of
okay.
book one. And I feel like that's what gave it its charm, and so like I missed it in book two.
So Emil, the hunt for Emil and Sophie didn't do it for you,
No, because I was just fucking pissed at Danica like the entire time.
for sure. That's fair.
That is actually, I think that's why this one beats out like, or Flame and Shadow beats out this one, is that like we're already like well aware that Danica kept so many secrets. Also, like, we have to spend so much more time with Ethan, and now I do think that this is funnier.
It is funnier. I would agree with that.
I think that it's a funnier one, and so I do appreciate the humor of it.
Let me tell you, I'm like 500 pages into my reread of Flame and Shadow, and it is really solidifying on this reread that Tharian and Ethan are the worst characters in this series.
They
Like by a
literally,
mile, they suck.
like, it's kind of like, oh, what? It's from a Big Bang Theory episode. It's like, so if this person wasn't there, it would all, oh, Indiana Jones.
Yes,
That everything would have been the same. All of the events would have happened
as
the
they happened.
exact as they happened. He didn't change anything. He was just like along for the ride. That's who Therian and Ethan are. They
No,
literally are useless.
they're useless, but they are. Sophie would not have been brought as like they wouldn't have known about Sophie if not for Therian, because Therian is on the hunt for
Sure.
Sophie.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Ethan, I mean,
Okay.
they wouldn't have the sprites and the dragon if they didn't have
Let
Ethan.
me let me be clear. In Flame and Shadow, they're useless. The events would have happened the exact same way if they were there or not. Except for Sathya.
I cannot confirm or deny that because again, I haven't finished reading Flame and
Okay,
Shadow.
well
But
we'll go back to
but
this.
I dread their perspectives. Like
I don't like theirs.
what I sort of in this reread is becoming like because I really tried. Like I really tried to see Therian's perspective because I honestly do feel like there's a lot about Therian that we just like don't like this gets glossed over because the River Queen is presented as this like big baddie and I'm like I don't know.
I don't believe that she is. Do I think that she's vindictive and like crazy? Yes. Do I think that she is standing against the Asteri? Also, yes. I don't think that she is this like. I think that maybe Therian's perception of her is a little meh.
Because I just I think that's the my biggest problem with Therian is like I just maybe I don't appreciate his situation
Yeah.
as being as dire, but I'm just mostly just like you can't keep your dick in your fin and you are like mad about the fact that there are consequences for like throwing your dick around. Like
Right.
that's what you're complaining about. And you
Right.
didn't have the stones to be like, "Hey, I don't actually want to marry your daughter." And for 10 years you just like fucked around for no reason. Like why did you do that?
Right. I get very frustrated with that where he's like and then he's like not nice to her. Now,
And there's this narrative of like that she's mean, but like every time we see her, she's like kind of stupid and like naive. Like every
right.
time she's like, "Wow, parties are great," and you're like,
Right. And you're like,
I mean,
I
I
don't
get
get
that
it.
you don't want to marry her, but like that's
Right.
your fault for dragging her along for a decade.
Right. Yeah.
Shut that shit down.
So it there's I mean, I think that the fourth book will shed more light on Therian
For sure.
because I mean, we
For
can
better or
only
for worse.
guess.
For worse.
We can only guess that if we're going by houses, the House of Many Waters will be the fourth one.
Here's my if we're following patterns
That
and
the
we
next
are
one's going to be about Lydia.
okay, no, no. I'll get there. My
I'll come
like
back.
my fervent prayer is that book 4 takes a hard left turn like Silver Flame does, where it's like we're mostly focused on Rune and Lydia and we get other characters, but like our focus is no longer Bryce and Hunt. Like we've
Sure.
done the trilogy of them, we're moving on to a new couple. That would be great. Here's my
That would not be great for Elizabeth.
you want more time with Hunt being a little bitch?
Nope, I want more time with Bryce.
You'll get you'll get Bryce. They live like fucking next door to each other, right?
Yeah, in the same building.
Okay, so you're gonna get Bryce. Shush.
And Bryce is just gonna like meander or like teleport herself into their.
Correct. She's also gonna like want to get. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's my suspicion, especially in my flame. Again, I said I was gonna dip into flame and shadow. I can't help myself.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I'm curious as to if maybe the Ocean Queen is not gonna be so nice in the way that Maeve was like kind of a baddie, but actually kind of good, and then turned out to be like a true villain. Are we gonna get that from the Ocean Queen or the River Queen or any of the water people? Because they've been there for so long. And if there's a little bit of a release valve for the Asteri, did they come in and become worse?
No.
Baby. The Ocean Queen is not nice to Lydia, is not nice to Therian. She's not a nice person. And the Ocean Queen, I do get. The Ocean Queen, I am like, oh yeah, she would fucking kill you. The River Queen, I'm like, she just kind of throws tantrums, and I don't really believe she's that bad.
Right. Dupree.
It's like, I can't help it.
Can I help you?
She's like, no, I'll help myself. Thank you so much.
Please
So
stop.
I'm just a little curious if we're not gonna take like a little like Maeve turn.
No.
The House of Many Waters knows more than any other house because they've been there the
Yes.
longest.
I don't know. Let's go back to Sky and Breath since that's what we're actually talking about.
Since you wandered off into no man's
Wandered
land.
off, and I am not prepared for this topic. I am prepared for this topic.
Okay, let's talk about this book. Okay, so it's not your favorite because you think Tharian and Ethan suck, and Danica's pissing you the fuck off.
I mean, just like now, I will say I do like it. I'm torn. I really love book one.
Okay.
Now we get a cool Bryce.
Mhm.
Bryce is still pretty cool. Hunt is a little whiny, but you can still kind of understand his perspective this
Yes.
much. But like you can understand it.
Yes.
You get to spend way more time with Rune.
Which I love.
Um,
The his first chapter of like he knew three things to be true
Okay, first of all, that like
is
punched
such
me in the face,
is
and
such
I
a
was like,
great
"What?"
mood setter.
I was like, "Duh, whoa,
Especially because we
we are
spend
in
so
it."
much time book one, like we don't know that we're supposed to like Rune because Bryce hates Rune.
Right?
Um, do we don't really do we get Rune's perspective in book one?
No,
No.
it's only Bryce's perspective.
No,
And
that's not true.
Hunt's. And
I would
Hunt's.
say no.
It's just those
Uh,
two, though.
it's just those two, and then we expand in Sky and Breath.
Correct.
I mean, I think it's a great way to
I
like
mean,
enter Rune's perspective. Like, man, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. It is.
I think my
It
struggle,
is, yeah.
my one of my struggles, I think, with Crescent City,
In general,
yeah, sort of like holistically, I think this is true across
okay.
all three books,
You're wrong, but okay.
is that the reader is not fully informed because the character is choosing to like hold back information. Whereas like in A Court of Thorn and Roses, we don't know things because Feyre doesn't know things. In Crescent City, we don't know things because Bryce is like purposely holding shit back.
Right. That's the whole point of like third person versus first person.
It's true for Nesta too. There are things like in Silver
Yes,
Flame.
and it's not. Again, we're in third person.
We're in third person in this too.
Yes, I know.
Silver Flame is also third person. It's not first person.
I'm aware. I'm saying that like that's the whole point of third person is that like now the character can withhold information from people.
I know it's just like I
See,
don't
you're wrong.
have this problem with Aelin, even though Aelin is the same thing.
Aelin does the same fucking shit.
I know.
Talking, she's the worst at it. What? She is literally the worst at it.
I know, but
The biggest defender.
Aelin's information being held back is like I'm trying to make sure someone doesn't murder me. Bryce's information is like Bryce holds back information and she's like, let's just like see what happens. It's like
It's that too. No, I am not hearing this. And don't get
I
me
will
wrong.
not listen to Bryce slander.
That is slander. Because if you're gonna condemn Bryce for that, then you also have to condemn Aelin for that too.
I mean, there are parts of it where, like, I understand where, like, you know, when Adian is like, what the actual fuck? Tell us what's gonna happen. And she's like, no. There are moments where I'm like, I get it from Bryce, but there are also moments where I'm like, it just sort of feels like you were like, it's this dichotomy of like, here's my problem. It's this dichotomy of she's so pissy that Danica didn't tell her anything, rightfully so, but then she also withholds information and people get mad at her and she's like, I just had to. And you're like, okay, well, Danica also felt like she had to. So, like, then I don't think you get to feel this, like,
Sure. Okay.
deep
like,
emotional trauma from withholding
Yeah, but
information
she
when you
can't-
do the same thing.
right, but she can't confront the person that withhold a lot of information.
100%, but she also doesn't have to repeat the cycle
Sure.
and do the same thing to the
That
people around her.
That I will agree with. However, I will not agree with the fact that you're like, it's wrong for her to do that. Aelin did it too! And also, like, we also can understand. No, I'm not listening to this. This is no. Okay. Ah! Okay.
I also think here's the other thing too. Like
Let me. Mm-hmm. You
there are
go. You go.
you're I feel like maybe it's only on my second read, but you have a sense that you have a sense that Bryce is always like three steps ahead and withholding information. There are moments in Throne of Glass where you are also like in book one, you're not thinking that she's Aelin. You're not thinking that she's like the the lost queen of Terrazin. There are moments in Crescent City where you're like, she is not fucking telling me the truth. You disagree?
Wrong. I fully disagree with this. I fully disagree with this.
We are fighting now.
We are fighting. Okay. No, because no.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Yeah. You're tacky and I hate you. I have to. Okay, so Bryce obviously has. I'm talking so much with my hands because I am trying to.
Because I'm trying to be nice.
Myself.
I'm trying to be nice.
I'm trying to be nice.
You're mimicking me.
Stop it. That's copyright.
Okay, please. I'm sorry. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Okay, you're wrong. Because, Bryce is doing the exact same thing that Aelin's doing in the way that she doesn't trust everybody around her. And I feel that it's rightfully so. She is half human and grew up in a human community with two human parents. So, like, the whole Emil thing, understandable in my point of view. Did I get frustrated with her? Yes. Like, do I understand why Hunt's like, the fuck, Bryce? Also, yes. And the fact that he was like, you know something.
You're bullshit.
You're full of bull. And he's like, so let's talk about this now. And I think the biggest difference is that Rowan does not call Aelin out on it. So she is never like forced to confront with the fact that she is hiding things from people. Whereas Hunt's like, oh, we're fucking talking about this now. Like, so I feel like there's a different relationship. Nothing against Rowan, and Rowan usually was in on the gig anyway.
I'm gonna say like, Rowan's often in on it or pulling his own shit.
Right, or off doing his own shit. So, but like, I feel, no. Wrong. I'm sorry, listeners. None of this is gonna make sense because I'm like, but
we promised you a jibber job, and we're delivering on a jibber job.
This is definitely a jibber job. I think that no, it's the same. It's her not being able to trust everybody around her, and being concerned that it might not all pan out. So like, she's not gonna tell anybody about it until it pans out. Also, I would say that Bryce and Aelin are very similar to each other.
Yes.
In the way that they're just like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, what do we got to lose? Kind of energy.
They've also got like a wheelin' and dealin' sort of thing.
Yes, that like they're always like
almost no one in ACOTAR does. Like almost no one in ACOTAR does that.
I think that we're gonna discover that like Amryn is
more
doing that and more.
Okay, the Archeron sisters are not doing that.
No, who knows what Elaine's doing?
She's not fucking doing that. Absolutely not. You know, the only likely person who is doing that is Emery, because she runs a shop and I'm sure she barters with people. That's the only fucking person. The end.
But that's actually wheeling and dealing.
But that's legitimately wheeling and dealing. But no, Bryce's job at Griffin and Antiquities,
yes,
was to wheel and deal.
Yeah.
So every time she talks to Jezebel, she's like, "Can I have 2 death marks?" And she's like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "I can pay you." And she's like, "Shut up."
Shut it. I think that they are so similar to each other, but they have different mates.
Very different mates. And I think that Bryce is fucking sassy, but she's modern in a way that no one else is, you know?
Correct.
Where she's like...
Maybe, and honestly, maybe that's why you can you give Aelin more leeway
Probably.
and Bryce less leeway. Less leeway.
Yes.
That because it's modern, because
Probably.
we have phones, because of all those things.
Like, yeah.
Um
That's a fair, like,
but
girl.
I think like honestly they if you compare the two of them they are very similar.
Yes.
Which is why it like blows my mind that like people are like, "Oh, I love Throne of Glass.
Aelin.
I love Aelin." And then they're like, "Oh, Bryce." And I'm like, "What is wrong with you? If you like Aelin, then you must like Bryce. They are basically the same person."
I also think it's like this has devolved into like an Aelin versus Bryce conversation.
Well, yes.
Aylin's not we we get Bryce just from the tap, unfiltered
Yes.
immediately.
We get
We
like
don't get
three, four
we
different
don't get
versions.
we get a very slow drip into who
Yeah.
Aelin really is.
And I
We
think
spend a
that's
ton of time with her as Selena. We spend a ton of time with her as Elienta. Like we very slowly tiptoe into Aelin Galadinius.
right.
Bryce immediately.
Well, and I do think that that is right, like the age of the author.
Totally.
And like, and don't get me wrong, like I think that like for first of all, Throne of Glass, it's beautiful and perfect, and don't ever change any of it. However, she was 16 when she started writing that, and you can tell that it was a 16-year-old writing it, and like the slow burn, like I think we would have gotten there faster if she was older or had written it after something else. You know?
I also think that there's this. Hang on, I had a thought and then it ran the fuck away. Um, oh, I think a lot of readers get conned in the same way that the world gets conned of like she's a party girl, she's irreverent, she doesn't give a fuck, and it's like
Right.
you need to pay attention to see what's actually happening under the surface. And if you're not paying attention to her, then like you're like this girl bought two slaves, offered to put herself into slavery. Like she cares as deeply as anyone else does,
Right.
and it's like a front. I think it's and it's I also think it's like why her and Nesta like are similar of like
I mean,
there's a facade that people don't like.
right, and I think I and I think that it's the same argument now that I can make it. I can also make it that like if you're not a Nesta girly, you might not be a Bryce girly either.
Correct.
Because they are also very similar. They have had large amounts of trauma, and like I am full send Nesta, but I'm also full send Bryce.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love Aelin, but there's a piece that I don't like, and I think it's the like I'm better than everybody else. The cockiness is like a
Sure.
lot. It's almost it's sometimes it's a little grating. It's a little too much because she is a queen. Like yes, all three of them are queens, but Nesta doesn't know yet. We're not 100% sure yet, but
We're suspicious.
All, like 98% sure, 99.9. And Bryce is a queen, but gave away
Yep.
her throne. So like,
Well, and arguably she's the heir to what we think Nesta's gonna take. So
well, I mean,
I
that's
know,
book three.
wrong book.
That's,
Okay,
that's book third. Anyway,
talk to me about the ending. Let's compare the summit to the siege of Crystal Palace. Book 2. Book 1 versus book 2. Like the end of book 1, the summit.
Yes.
Micah, the opening of
the bombing.
everything.
I will
So the
say-
end of book 1 versus the end of book 2.
End of book 2. Woo! That is fire! I will say, damn, SJM can write the last 100 pages of a book to keep me up until 3 a.m. reading. And I am a girl, and I have said this multiple times here. I am dyslexic. I grew up not reading, not liking to read. It was... And yet here I am, 3 a.m. being like, I must finish this book. I'm sorry. Can we just pause for a second. I'm storing another book down here because I was reading it, waiting for our potting to happen.
You're reading that right now?
Yes. Why?
You know, read Heated Raffle Hell.
I just really wanted to read this one.
Do you know how fast you're gonna read Heated Raffle?
I know.
Do you know how fast you're gonna read Heated Raffle?
I know. Okay, so shush. So anyway, I think as much as I really liked the ending of book one,
Mm-hmm.
the ending of book two. I mean,
Really slaps.
and
I also think it hits me harder because when we read book two, book three wasn't out yet, so we did have to
so
like.
we had
whereas
to sit in our
book
feels.
one ended and we didn't have to wait. We immediately started reading book two. Like, it was
guys,
on my nightstand, ready to go.
I
Also think there is a little bit of like a denouement of like book one where you're like,
yes,
I'm not gonna. I want to know, but I'm not gonna die.
I needed to know because I was going to die.
Hello, I'm Resand. You're like, what the
Yeah, I was just about to say. Page 798. Hello, Bryce Quinlin. My name is Resand, and everybody's like, shut the fuck up! I got a text from my friend at like 1 o'clock in the morning with just that picture, and she was like, what? And I woke up to it and I was like, yeah, girl, I told you needed to read it.
Buttercup. Can we also like talk very, very quickly about how I forgot about this because I've forgotten so many things in this book. But Amryn and Fury have the same eyes.
Yes, they do.
So while we know that this is not Amryn's body,
yes, we do know that they're her eyes.
we also know that she's not like she didn't like pick like a pure Fae body. So like whose body did she pick? And why does she have Fury's eyes?
Because Fury has silver eyes, right?
No, it's the shape of her eyes. It's not the color.
Yes. They're like almondy. She like Asian.
But she specifically is like she has Fury's eye. Hang on, I'll find it. She specifically like she has Fury's eyes. And because we know so little about Fury, I just like, oh my god, this epilogue fucking missed me with all of the fucking Fender bullshit.
I'm like, godly. It's Fendir, not Fender.
Okay, miss me with all of that. Miss me with Sigrid.
Fender.
Miss me with every. Well, it's Defender.
Yes, but it's Fendir. With angular eyes like Fury.
Like Fury is.
Drew up short.
Yeah. What? Why? Who is Fury? What is Fury?
Okay, but in book 3 of Wings and Ruin.
I think it's in Silver Flame.
Is it? No, it's not.
That Thanatos' daughter is causing a problem.
It's in book 3.
Okay, because it's Mor's dad.
Lord Thanatos' daughter is causing issues. I think that's Fury.
Well, Lord Thanatos is a prince of hell.
Yes, I know, but
they don't know hell. Oh my god, this is. I know we're dipping into Flame Shadow.
We're dipping toes.
We can't help ourselves. They don't know about hell. So my question is hell referred to something else? Because Bryce is like hell, and they're like, we don't know what that is.
Right.
And she's like, Adis, Apollyon, and they're like, we don't know who those people are.
I do think that it is another world, and I think that Thanatos is world walking. Because they talk about the fact that the other princes are fighting and like finding the they're like finding the Asteri throughout the like. If Meryl is to be believed from Silver Flame, that there are 26 worlds or universes. It's all kind of like stacked on top of each other.
Feels like there's more than that from like the way, like when Bryce discovers stuff, the dusk, like the room that she opens up and she like starts to see everything, and she and she gets to see like where they're like the children were delicious and all of the like all of the things that she was learning from the Asteri. It feels like it's infinitely expansive. With 1,000 mystics, feels like it has no end. Also, like, it would be weird if it was 26 because seven is the like holy number. And while no one else refers to it as a holy number, like, I think it's only in Crescent City that's referred to it, there's still
Correct.
seven kingdoms of Prythion. And like, seven is still, I feel like
Prithian.
a Prythian. Seven is still like a dominant number in a
Yeah,
bunch of the.
but there would have been eight, and eight is a more important number in Prithian.
Sure, eight-pointed star.
Eight-pointed star, and they're technically, if we're gonna link this with Akatar,
Well, we are because it does.
because it does. There is an eighth kingdom,
Court.
eighth court, Dusk's truth.
I love the sprites so very much. I can't even explain it. I love them.
The way that they hang off of Flynn's ears and are just like, ooh, like, and they're all like Flynn needed a little group of groupies hanging around his ear, being like, ooh, to everybody.
And this
else.
one, it's fun, which I
Yes.
also think people dismiss as like not good because it's fun, you know. But like when
Well, we're
I think
getting
I
a
was,
little less torture in this one.
I think I was telling you like when Bryce and Hunt are finally like fuck winter solstice,
Yes. And he's like, that sounds medically
and Ethan's like,
not
please
good.
don't do that again. I can hear every single fucking thing you're doing.
Yes.
And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you senseless. And he's like, that's not medically sound.
Yeah. Okay, I do have one quarrel. And this is an editing issue.
Okay.
And it has irked me so that I have gone back and double checked every single time I listen to this book.
Okay.
She is walking through the Crystal Palace
Yes.
in combat boots, but lands in Prythian in hot
In pink sneakers. Yes, she does.
And I was like, but nothing else has changed.
That's weird.
Yes,
That's very weird.
I know. So,
Just food for thought.
food for thought. Sarah, you can,
Sarah, I prefer her in her hot pink sneakers.
I prefer her in her hot pink sneakers. I have a pair of hot pink sneakers because I cosplayed as her. And people recognized me because I had the hot pink sneakers on. So don't get me wrong, I love that she's wearing hot pink sneakers, but for stealth reasons and for continuity reasons, she should have landed.
She should be wearing combat boots.
She should be wearing combat boots. And I highly doubt that she changed her shoes.
Just in the middle of the Crystal Palace?
In the middle of Crystal Palace, also while she's like going sideways to the next world.
Sure. The harpy found her and she was like, let me quick change my shoes.
Wait. I gotta
Hold,
change
please.
this. Now,
How do you feel about
that would be a very Bryce thing to do.
And Hunt would be titillated by it.
Correct. However, it's not mentioned, so I highly doubt that. And I'm pretty sure it's like mentioned that she's wearing her hot pink sneakers, like running through. I'm gonna have to double check. I don't know if they.
I don't think they mention it in this book. They definitely mention it here. Like, they definitely talk about it a lot here.
I mean, they talk about it. No, she like briefly mentions the fact that she's like, oh, I'm wearing like hot pink sneakers and like athletic clothes, and all these people are like dressed as if we're in a period movie, which I think is hilarious. She's like, where am I? So, yeah.
Here's my. So, also, I'm thinking about this, and maybe it's because they only had mind sex and not real sex.
Yeah.
When Hunt and Bryce finally have sex,
Yes.
their scents merge, and everyone knows that they're mates.
Yeah.
Why did that not happen for Lydia and Rune?
Not mates. They just knew that they had sex.
Rune is like, Rune is the one who is like, you are mates. Rune's like, your scents are now one. And you guys had sex, but you're a mate. Like, she's like, we're mates, and he's like, no, like, you're mates.
You're
like
actually mates.
in the Fae way, you're mates.
Right. Oh, right, yeah.
We know that's true for Lydia and Rune as well.
Well, in
So why?
theory.
I know, but why after they had sex? Like if it's the rule of this world, right? That's not true for they never mentioned that in
Because they only
Akatar.
had mind sex.
So is that why?
Yes.
But they can, but people smell them on each other.
Because it's mind sex. I don't know. Sarah, help us. Help some girls out. Why is Bryce wearing hot pink sneakers, and why can we not smell that Lydia and Rune are mates after they had mind fucked each other? It's just casual questions from two
Just
casual giant fans of yours.
inquiring minds want to know.
We would love an answer.
I love Lydia.
I know you do.
Love Agent Day.
It's not
Also,
that I don't.
I can tell you that I read this too fast because when I first read this, I was like, no, maybe Cormac's alive. And like 6 different times they tell you that he's dead, but I was like, no body, no death. But like 6 different times they're like, he's dead, dead.
Yeah.
So in the reread, I was like, why did I think he was still like I started Flame and Shadow being like, maybe he's alive.
But to be fair,
Definitely not.
every once in a while I'm like, but maybe, and then I like slap myself and I'm like, no.
No. Well, because our rule is no body, no death.
Yeah, but I mean
But it's hard to have a body when you died in an explosion.
Yeah. So also apologies for the screaming dogs.
What I also think is interesting is like at no point
The way that you were just like, at no point.
are we supposed to like Pippa, which I think is very interesting.
No, we're supposed to fucking hate her.
Never once are we like the leader of the rebellion, good guy.
No, because she's no different than like anybody else. They're like, if you're not one of us, then you're worthless.
Which is also just like so wild when Cormac is like there, like bleeding for the cause constantly, and she's like, Veneer, fuck off. And you're like, hey girl, there's some stuff that wouldn't have happened if you didn't have the veneer with you. So why don't you fucking calm down?
Yeah, like, girl.
Girl.
Ma'am, Dupree.
She's like, hear me out. Let me do what I want.
She's like nibbling at the fabric that I'm going to be working up with tonight. Can we not?
She's like, hee hee.
I can't sew wet fabric.
You could try. So it's just interesting that like the Asteri like obviously are the fucking worst, the worst,
Declan.
or the Dylan. And I'm also just like I just am like, are they Val?
I don't think so. Different.
Different. Teresa, they're different.
They're like different. They're just different.
Also, I'm currently in my Throne of Glass re-listen or listen for the first time, so I cannot confirm or deny this, but it's my first ear read of Throne of Glass, yes. Also, you're gonna hate me when I tell you this. I don't hate Hunt as much, and I don't hate Kale as much.
What?
I'm not a Kale sympathizer.
You might as well be.
But I don't hate him as much as I did the first time around.
Why?
Now, maybe I'm being like lulled into a false sense of comfort because I'm only in book 2 and Nahimia's not dead yet. So
no. Also, like I didn't like him in book 2 because every single time he's like, "You kill people? Yeah, fuck, man. She's an assassin. You fucktard." Yeah,
but here's what I kind of
didn't believe, and then was like, "But you didn't do your job and you didn't kill that person." Okay, what do you want, man?
I literally listened to that scene yesterday. That is not what he does. It's not. I literally just listened to it. He's freaking out. His anxiety is, you'll die and I'll have to kill you. And then he says, where will you go? I'm gonna go with you. That's how that scene plays out. She's like, I didn't kill anybody. He's like, what do you mean you didn't kill anybody? She's like, I didn't kill anybody. And he's like, it does not compute. And then he's like, why are you so reckless? He's gonna kill you when he finds out. And she's like, he's not gonna find out. Because she's like, I'm done with you not holding me. This is absolute bullshit. Let me up, Elizabeth.
Her tail is shaking.
Perfect. Look how comfortable that is. Oh. Thank God. You were uncomfortable without her. Now you're comfortable. I know. My God.
Dupree, why were you... Welcome to the pod.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be unboxing.
So if you take this, I'm gonna scream.
This is Wally. He used to be a narwhal, but we had to cut off his horn.
Oh, good job. Thank you for joining us. We
Oh,
couldn't do this
thanks. We
without
couldn't have
you.
done it without you.
But that scene roll goes us a little like she tells him she hasn't killed anybody except Davis when she's like, well, he tried to kill me and then he poisoned me and so like I had to. And then he freaks out only because A, he's like, you made vows to the king, and she's like, fuck that.
Right. I think that's where everybody kind of like stops listening.
And then he's like, he'll kill you. He's gonna make me kill you. It's gonna kill me. I can't do it. Don't make me do it. And then she's like, I'll be long gone. And he's like, where will you go? I'll go with you. Now we're gonna learn that that's not true. But
Because he doesn't go with her.
she also doesn't invite him. She's not like, yeah, come with me. She's like,
Yeah,
Nahimia's
well,
gonna die, and she's gonna be like, I'll kill you.
well, I mean, as she should.
I'm
Okay, no, you can't.
doubling down though on my love of Dorian and my sorrow for Dorian. I also
Yes.
sent you that reel that was like, I
Yeah,
have not known a moment of peace because all Dorian wanted to do was live a nice life with a healer, and that's exactly what Kale got to do.
I feel so bad for Dorian because like everybody is just like,
Same.
and he's like, I guess I'll go back to my weird ass castle and live here
My
by
heart
myself.
my heart breaks for Dorian every single time when I think about him like wearing the like Sorce's death and wearing the collar and his father dying and then learning that his father was never his father. I'm sorry, we veered off into a very intense tangent.
Yes.
Anyway, this book. You know who is deeply confusing to me in this series? The
Juniper?
Autumn King.
Oh.
Why is Juniper confusing?
She's not. I was just guessing. And I was like, wrong again. Hold on, I gotta get this. No, stop it.
I was just guessing about how wrong you would be.
Yeah. This cowboy nugget was losing its hat. I had to take him.
Oh no! And he's mine now.
Sit on everything here.
So many treasures. The Autumn King. He is so. The pendulum is such a wild swing. Where he like there are moments where he appears to show like genuine
Love and concern for her.
no, I don't ever feel like he has love or concern for her. But I do feel like he has like regret.
For sure.
But then he just like doubles down on the dumbest shit and you're like
I mean, I think that's kind of what happens when you're like 500 years old and miserable. So.
it's just it's weird sometimes when he like he it's described as like legitimate grief over Ember
See,
and
I
like
think that he still cares for Ember, not so much about Bryce.
guys, this is the group chat today.
Dupree. So I have like a lot of stuffed animals shoved up here. Ignore. I
Oh,
still
are
use
they
it.
off? They're off limits.
They're off limits, babies.
So yeah, the Autumn King is just like he's. I have a
mean,
hard time. I have just like a hard time getting a read.
I mean, he's a whole
Because-
person.
No,
That's
he
all you need to
sucks.
know.
He sucks. But I'm also like, why do you suck so much? I mean, and I know like in part it's because like he's got a lot of envy because he is not Starborn and he is not like the chosen one and he didn't get to like claim the sword and his kids did and he fucking hates his kids and on and on and on. But I'm like, I don't know. Rune and Bryce aren't that old.
No.
You've been miserable for a long fucking time. Also,
I
like,
would-
you waited a long ass time to have kids.
Yeah. I would be curious to like Sarah. This is a good idea for you. A prequel.
The thought of like, there could be a prequel, but I don't want it.
I don't want it. As I said it, I was like, I wouldn't read it. I mean, I would because
I would.
she writes, like, I'll read it. But like,
But mostly it's like, I don't want you to tell me.
I'd
Like,
rather just
I want to live in the mystery of it a little bit.
right. I want to live through the stories that I'm being told, and that's it. Like, I don't need to read a book about Mount Herman.
I think that is what I had the thought of like, you could do a story, but I was like, I don't want to hear it.
No.
I don't. I would. In part because I have such a distaste for Sahar. Right? Is that her name?
Sahar, Sandriel,
Sahar.
Sahar. Yes,
I have such a
Shahar,
distaste for
Shahar.
Shahar. I have such a distaste for Shahar.
Yeah, she seemed like a
She seems like a.
bitch.
I was gonna say something else, but I
I was
refrained.
also gonna say that, but that's not a nice word.
But I'm not. I don't like that word.
I don't
So I
like
was
that
not gonna
word.
say it, but I thought it.
But we thought it, and
But
you
I
guys
thought about
know
it.
what it is. See you next
So.
time.
So I would not. There's also something about like I don't. I don't need to see like I watch Hunt Fall. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah, we watch Hunt Fall time and time again. We don't need to see it again.
Also curious about, and I'm curious if we're ever gonna get more information about like why. How, okay, first of all, I know I'm going to butcher his name, so you're just going to tell me. How do you say the bright hand's name?
Rigulous.
Rigulus.
What were you gonna say?
Regelus.
We're jealous. No, it's Rigulus. Rigulus, the bright hand of the Asteri.
I'm so fascinated to know why they pick the bodies that they
That they
pick. And
pick, yeah.
my
And they
other
change them.
question, yes, my other question is it like the Valg, where it's like a
They
parasite infects,
overtake.
right, they're overtaking, like a demon on Supernatural? Or is it like they're essentially shape-shifting?
I mean, I think that it's, which would then beg to bring into question whether Amarin is a Asteri or not.
Well, I saw a thing on Instagram that was wondering if she's not like one of the Asteri pets.
Okay, so that's what
That
I've
she
been thinking.
comes, but that she comes from their world
That's
and
what
is
I
like,
just said. Like, I don't know, like a week ago when I was like, because I just finished Silver Flame, and I
uh-huh,
was like, I don't know. I think that based off of like what she was described as looking like in Wings and Ruin,
like the fire
the
and
fire, it was light, and it was energy and power, which is exactly how they describe, like that they're the power of a star, whereas like whereas Bryce is just the light of a star. But eventually she gets more power, right?
got a lot of thoughts about that, but I can't talk about them until we talk about Flame and Shadow.
I haven't read the whole thing that you sent me, but like that there is like a connection. But
But
yeah,
there's like a lot of connections.
yeah.
Like
Blah, 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 blah. So
we can't talk about it yet.
look, Thea might have.
You have not read all of your homework? Is that what you just told me?
There's a lot of it, and I had 16 puppies to take care of.
And I had to start
Tired.
reading my new book.
I was reading my new book. I'm trying to lessen the amount that I'm on social media.
Same.
Not really, but kind of.
Kind of.
And you should see the stacks of projects that I have lying about because, oh, that's right, I have a 15-look collection that I have to make by the 25th of July.
Posh applesauce.
No, I didn't read all of my homework. I skimmed it and was like, that's nice.
Here's what's not nice. They both need okay, I'm not gonna say. I'm not saying
Blood.
that.
They both need blood. Is that what you're gonna say? What were you gonna say?
No, they both like power up and they both sort of need like a quartz or something to sort of like funnel their channels. And also Bryce's line was made by the Asteri, and so were the Illyrians.
Yes, I know.
And the Illyrians have their
Yeah, they're siphons.
which are arguably kind of like the quartzes that she used and the gates.
Yeah, but
And he
why?
uses and
Well,
he sits on a quartz throne. They all sit on quartz thrones and they all gotta get powered up.
yeah, but Thea didn't have to get powered up. Or, well, we don't know.
We
that.
don't know. What we do know is that she was a pet of the Asteri.
Possibly.
No, confirmed.
What? Who's a pet? Oh, Thea. Yes. I was like, no, we don't about Amarin. Okay, so before we get too much into this.
that's next week because I am gonna finish this book in time for next week.
Also, like, I might need to power through and, like, ear read all of the third one.
Just do a Wikipedia scan. I'm sure you'll remember everything. Okay. Well, if you can do it in 6 days, then great.
Teresa, I spent
please.
4 days up in a kennel by myself. I plug these bad boys in, and
we just go to town.
You should
Final
read
thoughts.
it. Those are my final thoughts. You should read it.
Read it. I love Rune. I love Lydia. I love that we get more of them in this book.
Yes. I love the
Love
humor.
this. I love the
Love
humor.
the ending.
Ending
Not the
is
epilogue.
we epilogue can go fuck itself.
Epilogue can go fuck itself. But ending, so
Next week, who's to say?
who's to say? We don't even know.
Not us, that's for sure.
Even though it's our podcast.
Hey, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise for everybody.
I can't believe Dupree left and we are not gonna. She's not gonna tootle with us.
No, she's already asleep over there.
And no, she's not invited.
No, she's not invited. She wasn't invited in the first place, so
Respectfully disagree. She invited herself.
she invited herself. It's fine. She's always welcome. Let's be real.
Of course, she's always welcome. All right.
All
Well,
right.
one all plus
One all
one all equals
equals
toodles.
toodles.